December 18th, and we're doing an update on the tank. I did a couple of changes and I want to point them out to you guys, and I also did some additions to this tank. For those who just started following me, I want to point out all the hardware I'm using, all the MP10s. I have two MP10s, one on either side, and this is an L1 tank. It's a 30 gallon long shallow tank, and the filtration is in the back. So I have two sockets, one on either side of the tank, one here and one all the way at the end over there. I decided to put two skimmers. Don't ask me why, but at that point in time, I decided over skimming is not a possibility, so take more waste out of the water, better water quality, I guess. And then that's the compartment where I put my Heavy Pure Elite, my biological filtration, some zipper racks, which is little round rings, ceramic rings. That's for extra biological filtration. And my return pump. That's my auto top off from Tunzi. Make sure the water level is always correct for the evaporation, because this tank, since it's open, I keep it open, it does evaporate a lot of water, so that little device there keeps it in check, and it pulls water out of my 5-gallon jug, which is almost due for a change there. And that's about it. The two radions for lighting, the two protein skimmers from Innovative Marine, the filter socks, a little extra, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a Heavy Pure Elite bag in there, the zipper racks, and then there's some extra sponges in there, just in case I need some bacteria for another tank or whatever I need. And this little holder is from a company called Apex, and it's a probe holder. And right now, at the moment, I'm using my return line for the water evaporation. So it pulls water from that tank I showed you below. And inside the tank here, I have a new addition, which is a Molinaris RAS. I got that captive bred hippo tank. I got that Flame Angel. This guy is old. He's not old, but I got him when I started to fix this tank at the first time. Not the first time, actually, this is the second time, because we had to move. And then there's that yellow tang there. So those 3 or 4 fishes bring a lot of color to the tank. This is mainly just a zoanthid right now at the moment. I have I have a lot of zoanthids. I love zoanthids, as you could tell. At the moment, my intentions with this tank, what are they? Well, there's a little story to it. We had to move in a hurry, and in the rush of things, I moved the tank, and we had a little situation. I placed the tank in a container with a heater and a water pump. Heater had an automatic temperature thermostat, but hold on, Skyler. But water pump kept running and heated the water up to over 90 degrees. And most of my livestock died. I just had a couple zoanthids that made it. These are a nice little Heliothoas here that I have. They're growing out nicely. That's my cleaner shrimp. These guys were brown in color when I moved them. Now their color is coming back. And they grew a lot. There was maybe half of that. This guy has seen better days. I tried dipping him, but he can't come back. Yeah. Utter chaos and blondies or blue-eyed bitches. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure whether it's blondies or blue-eyed bitches. I'm not sure. If someone could comment, maybe someone will know. And that utter chaos is the one above. These guys are very slow growers. I have not seen any growth from them. I put that dried seaweed sheet so the tank could nip at it. He was earlier. And this is the growth. I am getting a lot of growth. Not a lot, but slow but steady. The polyps are extended for the most part. And these guys are a situation. I just received them from a friend of mine. He had 5 of them in his tank, and he gave me 2. One of them is in this tank here because he was stinging my zoanthids all over the place. And then this guy here. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them or not, but I do love their color. They're nice rose bubble tip anemones. And there's a couple of neon green lines near its mouth. And they're moving, they're on the move. Like these rocks, they're magnetic and they hang on the wall here. The other part of the magnet is behind the chamber, right here. And you have little places where fish can kind of swim through and sleep at night, which you can see right there. That's my orange Recordia. Green goblins there. We're getting a lot of growth at the bottom there. Yeah, some blue hornets, red hornets. I believe those are jungle juice. I need some advice on this Jedi mind trick. They're encrusting and they're losing their color fast. It could be the cause of the phosphates going up. I had phosphates of 3 parts per million. Tested it with the Salifert. And I did a water change, 50% water change. Added some ChemiPure Elite. Hopefully with the granular ferric oxide in it and the carbon, I could reduce that and maybe it'll return back to its full glory. Equipment is, lights are 2 Radions X15s. I have 2 MP10s from Ecotech. Light is real bad in here. And this is the compartment in the back. I have 2 filter socks, one on each side of the tank. One is on this side and one is over there. I have, for those of you, this is for the people who just started following me, they might want to know what kind of filtration this tank has. I have 2 protein skimmers from Innovative Marine. And there's one. And there's another here. I have a probe holder which holds my return line for the top off, auto top off. And my auto top off is that Tunzi osmolator, I think it's called. Keeps my water line in check for the evaporation. And that's the tank right there, 5-gallon jug. This tank is open at the top, so it does evaporate quite a few gallons every week, so I usually change that about maybe once a week. And there's the other sock filter, or filter sock should I say. Protein skimmer's getting wet at the moment. I have no idea why. All the way at the top. Could be because of the carbon I added or something. And that's about it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those bubble tip anemones, rose bubble tip anemones. But this is what it is for now. I'll show you guys my parameters. Parameters at the moment, hold on. Magnesium 1350, calcium 440, alkalinity 10.2, the pH was 8.0, nitrates were at 5 parts per million, phosphates were at 3 with that sulfur, since I was telling you guys earlier, and ammonia was at 0.25 on the API test. That's probably because I had a fish die and I didn't do a water change since. I got a beautiful Royal Hawaiian wrasse, cleaner wrasse. I had a yellow head, a purple and blue tail with nice black lines going through it. It was just amazing. Unfortunately, those things only feed on... What are you doing? Those fishes only feed on parasites off of other fish, and I didn't have any fish at the moment. I only had, oops, there's the lights going on blue. I only had this guy here. Yeah. So there's my bubble tip, it's moving. And that's a tank, guys. I did get up to 300. I want to thank you all for joining me and subscribing to my channel. It's 300 subscribers. Wow, I've never knew I could, get so many subscribers. I've seen a lot of tanks out there, and people have way more than I do. But I'm very grateful and thankful for all you guys for subscribing. I'll make sure and do more videos for you guys. I usually do them maybe once a week, so I could see the progress of the tank. At the moment, this tank is halfway. It looks like I'm going bare bottom now. That means I have no sand in the tank. I personally don't like that. I like it to look natural with sand, but I was just doing like a holding situation while I get a bigger tank, but financial problems don't allow me to move on. So at the moment, I'm keeping it where it is and see where things go from here. I might do like add sand or something or whatever, or maybe keep it like that and fix the rockscape so it can look nicer. I have no intentions of doing something major, but tweak it here and there to make it look nicer. Thanks for watching, guys. I want to thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and comment if you have any suggestions on what should I do, what shouldn't I do, or if you see me do anything wrong. I'd really appreciate this. I'm just a beginner here, and I do learn a lot from the comments and Googling stuff and searching. So if you guys have any advice for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And thank you.